Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Friday's excuse me trading recap. I apologize for not uploading this sooner. I've been really busy with school lately and just a lot of things. So yeah, this was my trade recap. So here we have this was true day open. So we're looking before this blue line. So this was true day open. This is on Top Step, by the way, and then this was midnight open. So I've kind of drifted to trading towards SMC, smart money concepts. The JS models, I'll still trade a little bit, but um, really trying to lock in on SMC because you can have super tight stops and I just enjoy trading really precisely like that. And so yeah, this is pretty well what this is market open, so we're looking before this on the 1 hour. So I've been studying a lot of market structure, and we're out on the 1 hour time frame here. So as you guys can see, we have just swept all-time highs, and we're in a reversal. So um we've disrespected 1 hour fair value gaps, another 1 hour fair value gap right here, order block that was respected. We've disrespected that. We're also plummeting through these lower lows or these higher lows. So basically order flow has flipped bearish, and I'm looking to take shorts. So if we drop down to the 5 minute, we can look for any kind of confluences. And as you guys can see, it actually bounced off of midnight open perfectly, but I didn't have a limit order on midnight open because I didn't think there was enough confluences just for me to blindly enter short off of that. So as you guys can see, there's 5 minute fair value gap right here, 5 minute order block. So there's all kinds of sell pressure out there. I really could have had a limit order on it, but it would have been pretty risky play. So I mean, if you like gambling, could have 10-point stop, 40 points, whatever. Would have won that trade really well. But what I did was I didn't feel like placing that limit order, having that aggressive of an entry. So I drew out my fib and I placed basically limit orders on equilibrium of the push, 0.62 on the fib and 0.79. So I had five minis, and then no, five macros, and then one mini. So I ended up being in two minis on the whole move, which was incredible. I ended up, as you guys can see down here, if I can show, this was just on one account, but it was times three. As you guys can see, that one, I didn't have all of my limit orders set up, but as you can see, it was a little bit different for all of them. But yeah, I caught this move. So anyways, I entered five minis at equilibrium, five more minis at 0.62, and then five micros for each of these. I'm sorry, guys. And then one mini at 0.79. And your stop should be at the swing high. So this was basically, now you guys might be like, well, by the way, your take profit can be at any kind of draw. I mean, honestly, with order flow flipped, I mean, I know I'm looking to the future here. Well, the order flow, so this was a really strong low. But with order flow flipped, and two, we had already taken out this, so just a little bit of market structure here. We had already taken out this low. So basically, we had already taken out this, and this. So order flow is now switched bearish. And two, this whole move started from a weak low being created right here because it couldn't push up above here to make a new high. So we can easily expect that to get taken out. So that would be TP1. But if you wanted to be really ambitious, you could have set your TP down here at this strong low, because now the order flow is flipped over. then, you can hit trades like that. And so, I mean, if you enter equilibrium, this is what the trade looks like. But really, you're only risking what? That's risking a pretty good bit there at equilibrium, actually. I might not need to size up that heavy at first. Oh well, this is super accurate. How much would that be risking? Dang. $600. So that's like $600 of risk, which isn't like horrible for a $1,200 reward. But then you slowly tap in more risk as you go, and your RR gets higher, right? It's like whenever you tap into the second 5 minis, then your RR basically gets shifted to much less risk. So now you're only risking said amount there. But this is where price starts to get really aggressive and where you can hit some crazy RR trades is off of 0.79. And then, I mean, you could have targeted this swing low, which I mean is a 1 to almost 6 RR and just absolutely crazy. Anyways, my take profit was at this week low because it failed to break through this high, the swing high. I mean, this was my best position entry, but it's not always going to push up to 0.79. I would say really the only one that's guaranteed would be equilibrium. That's why, I have those limit orders there. And then, give the trade a little bit of slippage room. And then, you can trail your stop accordingly. Like after this initial push down, you could have trailed your stop. It's like you see this push down, you could have trailed your stop down, down, till, you hit your take profit. And then, I mean, it was a great trade. The fib and then these levels are really great. I've also been studying market maker model, which I don't believe we really saw here. Well, let's just take a look. So we have this high time frame imbalance. We can actually see if we could have taken a market maker model entry just off of this. I actually haven't even looked at this. It's just a little bit of testing I have going on here. So, anyways, so anytime that you have a 4-hour PD array like this, in this case, it's a fair value gap, slap. So now you want to scale down to the 1 minute, slap down a 1 minute fair value gap. So if there's not a 1 minute fair value gap coming out of it, then it's not very probable. So anyways, you can enter on equilibrium of this fair value gap, targeting really wherever you want to, with your stop being at the swing low of the move. And so I mean, could have caught 100 points there. So high time frame PD array, then a low time frame PD array. What a lot of people do is they wait for the first one to be respected, which here it actually got disrespected, but the this order block kind of saved us here. And so really what people like to do to get really precise entries is they'll enter off of the CE of 1 minute, or the second respected 1 minute bullish fair value gap, which I mean here, look, you would have literally bottom ticked this, which is insane. Pretty cool stuff. But I'll go more in depth onto that the more I understand about it. But this obviously I did not take this trade, and just kind of going back over it. And thank you guys so much for spending your time to come watch these trade recaps. And I am I'm halfway to passing my funded account. So hopefully I can get funded within this next week. And if not, it is what it is. I'm still growing as a trader. And SMC has been helping me a lot. And I would highly recommend you guys go check out Powell Trades. He has a lot of awesome stuff. His rejection blocks are really impressive. We actually may have one cook. Oh, we do have one cooking up right here. A little bit of sauce for this week. Check out this level right here. Probably going to see a bigger action off of that level if we're respecting bullish order flow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys. I'll probably post a lot of trade recaps this week.